It is time for Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves, Episode 1 Any Percent. Knuutti, take it away.
Thank you, Babs. All right, hello everyone. I'm Knuutti. I'm a Sly runner, and today I'm going to be showcasing Episode 1 in Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves. This game is a big game from my childhood, and I've been playing it a lot since, and this is also my main speedrun, so I'm really excited to showcase the Episode 1 in this game. But yeah, I'm pretty much ready to go. Do you have anything else to say?
Just good luck and have so much fun.
Thank you. Okay, so the timer will start when I first pick up Sly from the safe house. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. So we'll start off with the first job in episode 1, Police HQ. So what's the plot at this point? Basically in the beginning of Sly 3, we have lost our pal Murray. He has went somewhere after the events in Sly 2. And we're trying to get his back into the gang. We're currently not really sure where Murray is. All we know is somewhere here in Venice, and he's been doing some weird stuff. I don't really know. But the first place Bentley thought would be a good place to look for him is Police HQ, jail, basically. So that's why we're going to Police HQ right now. But we'll see if we can find Murray or not. You might hear the dialogue is not English. No, it's actually Dutch. And the reason we're playing in Dutch is because it's very fast in this game for some reason. Basically, some of these cutscenes in game are shorter or lengthier depending on the language you're playing. And English is somewhat slow in this game, so we rarely use that actually. And instead, we're playing in some obscure languages such as Dutch and Norwegian most of the time. And for this episode, it's Dutch, so we're going to be enjoying some nice Dutch gameplay. I actually like this like this language quite a bit, so it's pretty nice to hear. But yeah, apparently there's no Murray. That's not Murray, by the way. That's Dimitri. Another person from the Sly Cooper franchise, which is actually a character in Sly 2. And Sly is pretty much the reason why Dimitri is in the jail. So Dimitri is not that happy about Sly being here. But Sly got around by offering Dimitri a way out of the jail if Dimitri can help us find Murray. Over there you might have seen some of those bubbles or something, the dialogue bubbles. I was actually able to select a dialogue for this next section. Something Psychobranch added this game. There are some of those sections around this game where you can select the next dialogue for the game. And there's 3 options and one of them is correct. And luckily those are always the same, so I can just mash the button that is correct and then get the correct dialogue out of the way. If I had selected the wrong dialogue, then we would have had to wait for the whole rant from Dimitri, and it was like 20 seconds. But luckily that's not the case. But now we went to Carmelita's office, where Sly is right at the moment. We got the key, but oh no, unfortunately the lights are now on and we have to dodge those. Luckily if we are fast and go right here at the edge of this table, being very careful with my position, we can make this in 2 light cycles. The length of these on and off phases varies a little bit, but we can just barely make it all the way here. If you're not under the table when the lights turn off, you will fail the job. Carmita will notice you, and that's gonna be very sad. Had to focus there a little bit because those lockpicking sections can be a bit finicky sometimes. You have to move your left analog stick there. If you go too fast and go too much, you will fail it and have to try again. And because, well, this is speedrun, we want to go as fast as possible, so it's a little bit finicky sometimes to get those correct, but this time I managed to do it somewhat well. That's like one reason why I need to use vibrations on my controller. because you get like vibration every time you're close to having to turn the other way around. And if you play without vibrations, those sections are like, I don't know, 1,000 times more difficult. But yeah, what's happening right now? Colony that's chasing us. Well, this is what we offered Dimitri. We wanted to cause like a distraction in the headquarters, and we are taking Cormid out here somewhere, having a little chit chat. And at this time, Dimitri is currently escaping the jail. But yeah, Carmelita is a big character, one of the main characters in the Sly franchise. All the three from Sly 1, always chasing Sly around the world. And this time, I don't know how she ended up in Venice, but here we are. And she was not too happy that Sly is also here for some reason. But yeah, now she's trying to take Sly back to the jail. We are trying to escape though. We don't want to get in jail. The last one, Sly 4, introduced some of these circle boosts, where you want to basically use Sly's ability to latch into those thief objects from as far as possible. And that can also be done in Sly 3. Not as... It's a little bit different than in Sly 4. In Sly 4 you can like those huge leaps sometimes. In Sly 3 that's not always the case, but that's also like used here. So basically anytime I have to jump and press circle button, I want to do that like the circle input as fast as possible. That way I can move around a little bit quicker and make like bigger jumps. That's our pal Murray. We actually found him. Dimitri promised we will find Murray next to the Great Bridge of Rialto, and we actually did. But Murray is actually currently saying that he's not really that interested in coming back before something, I don't know, something Blackwaters in the Venice. So apparently we have to deal with the tar problem in Venice, caused by Don Octavio. If you listened to Carmelita's presentation where we were crawling in Police HQ, you might have heard that. But yeah, that's the first job of episode 1, Police HQ done. And I'm currently quitting out of the game. Why is that? I'm not keeping up, no worries. Instead, we are skipping a long cutscene in-game, and we can do that by exiting the game back to the PS3 menu and then getting back. Like usually, there's few spots in the run where Bentley is having a big presentation, putting the PowerPoint slides on and showing Sly what to do next. But we don't want to listen to that. We know already what to do. So instead we can skip it like this. And the reason why this works is after the job we just did, there was a little autosave right at the end. So the game knows that the next state it should load is at the beginning of the day 1 part of the job. So whenever we now are getting ready to load back into Venice, we are actually starting the day 1. You can see Operatie Venetië, Dock et. I don't know what is 1 in Dutch. Sorry. But yeah, the second job is Canal Chase, and one of the few Bentley jobs in this episode. And we're gonna get it right like this. I did a little hop there just before entering the job. That is to skip a scene, a short animation from Bentley, where Bentley is pulling his panel Q-com up. This radio, I don't know, overview. And what I did there was press X and triangle at the same frame, where Bentley did a jump and also placed the triangle at the same time. And that triangle made Bentley do the bomb dropping animation, which actually overlaps the animation we wanted to skip. But yeah, anyways. We just stole a police boat, and we're trying to protect Carmelita because there's like some nasty blue Viper gang that is trying to kill her, and we don't want that to happen. So instead, we're now here fighting the blue Vipers. This job can be pretty tough because, well, I don't think you can hear me that well, but I'm actually mashing the R1 button quite a bit, trying to play around with the overheat of the gun. The fastest way to deal damage to these Vipers is holding button, but the gun unfortunately likes to overheat by doing that. So how to cope with that is to just mash the button. That way you get the shots, but you also like cool down the gun a little bit between those. But that job actually went surprisingly well. I had some practice like yesterday, and I don't know, I played super bad in those practice attempts in that job, but this attempt was actually quite good. So I'm happy about that.
Nicely done.
Thank you. But I think that was the only Bentley job in what we're gonna do. No, there's actually another one, but that's not really a Bentley job. We're just gonna get the job as Bentley. But yeah, that was Canal Chase. We rescued Carmelita, even though she doesn't know that. But yeah, well done, Sly. Now we want to get back to the safe house, and the quickest way is to throw a trigger bomb and then kill Bentley with that. Very sad, but we are now here. Let's see.
Let's get some RIPs in chat for Bentley.
Yeah, quick Fs for Bentley. That's very sad. Very sad thing about the Sly Cooper speedruns is often we kill the characters to save time. So it's very unfortunate, but we just do it for the speed. I'm sorry. It's gonna happen at least once more in this run. Yeah, at least once more. But you can see Bentley's now just okay. He just, had to take a real break.
He just had a nap. He didn't die. It's fine.
Yeah, Bentley's just alright. There is the main villain from this episode, Don Octavio. He's like a lion character, very scary, has a nice hat, and he's just pouring tar into the waters in Venice, and that's not very nice. Yeah, apparently he has like a tar operation where he pumps like tar underneath buildings and likes to sink them that way, which is not very nice. So we are actually trying to stop that from happening. And while we're here in this job, we're actually gonna take pictures of Octavio doing all that vandalizing. So we can send that to police and they can catch him, I guess. We'll see if that works out though. This job is quite big auto-scroll in this game, because we just have to wait for Octavio to get from one place to another. But we have actually some stuff to do while he's doing that, and that is collecting coins. We're gonna need, let's say, I'm gonna say 280 coins, pretty much, from this job. So that's my goal, coin count after this. And the reason for that is that I want to buy a certain gadget from ThiefNet, that is like the power-up store from this game, which costs 400 coins. That is a gadget called Adrenaline Burst that makes Bentley go very fast. And because Bentley is usually pretty slow, I really want that gadget. But it costs quite a bit of money, so I need to loot at least 3 guards, by the looks of things. And also collect coins here by breaking objects and stuff. So that's why I'm wandering here as Sly and taking a little bit odd paths. And also trying to control my camera a little bit to spawn guards. The guard spawning mechanics are pretty much like player view based. So guards can spawn behind corners, for example. So I'm trying to a little bit move around my camera to spawn those nice flashlight guards. Here, because I didn't get a guard, I'm just gonna position myself here. Let's grab in this edge. This is a nice place where Octavio can't see me. And let's see if I can do this job fail. Abuse, I did, yes. And this spawns Octavio right there. Very nice. That saves quite a bit of time, maybe, I don't know, at least a second or something. Big time save. What happened there? I caused noise close to Octavio, which fails the job. Usually you have to wait for Octavio to get up. My god, I'm having like the worst luck with lulls today. But usually you have to like wait Octavio to I don't know, shake his hands and jump back up, but thereby doing that job fail. We got Octavio to spawn right next to me already. Okay. I'm actually having the worst luck today with guards. I've only got 2 thus far, and those were like one of the worst tier loots. Let's see if I can get a loot like at the beginning of the next job. Here was another of those let's grabs you can do. Usually you have to wait for a boat. You can see those kind of little boats that are wandering. But instead, if you can get that little let's grab, it's a bit tight double jump there. But if you can get that let's grab, you can take the picture instantly and don't have to wait. The safe way, which I recommend all the beginners do, is take the boat. But if you want to be really speedy, you can do that kind of little corner cut. Here's still some obstacles I can break. You can see I'm doing this mid-air cane swipe, jumping and pressing this swing. This makes sure with these flower benches I'm actually hitting the rock as well. That is on top of the flower benches, which gives me some extra money. Doesn't seem much, but it's like maybe 3 coins per of those flower benches. But when I break like, I don't know, 7 of those in this job, that really adds up. So let's see, 253. We'll see if I can get a loot when I'm getting the next job trigger, because I'm gonna need 1 in order to get 400 coins. Because the place where I need the 400 coins is after the next job in the depths, because that's when another day passes and I'm gonna get back to the safe house. We'll see. I hope I really get a loot soon. But this was basically it for the this job. The job was called Octavio Snap. We're following Octavio and taking snaps, pictures of him. That went pretty well. We got some nice pictures. And now we also like overheard the Octavio's plan, which is like to pump tar underneath buildings, sink them, which is a pretty evil thing to do. Bentley doesn't appreciate it, so instead we're gonna break the Ferris wheel, which is used for the pumping. So yeah. And apparently Bentley just press some buttons and that makes the Ferris wheel go really fast. And those poor cards. Rip. Poor bird.
That poor pigeon didn't deserve that.
Yeah. That was very cruel. Okay, so the order of where I'm doing these jobs is also pretty specific. All of these for day 1 jobs, Canal Chase, Octavio Step and Into the Depths, are available at the beginning. But this order where I'm doing this is the most optimal one. So first doing the Bentley job, and then I can do the death abuse to get back to the safe house, and then the Octavio Snap, because where I just ended is pretty close to this starting point of this job. So this is like the most optimal way to play these 3 jobs. And let's see, no loot here from that guy either. Okay, this is pretty unfortunate because each card should have around 40% chance of carrying a loot, which is like those treasures in their back pockets. And I've only got 2 from the rooftop guards, the cat and or pigeon guards, which usually have worse loots than the flashlight guards. So it's been actually pretty terrible luck because I've seen at least, I'm gonna say at least 7 flashlight guards. Each of them had 40% chance to give me a loot. So if someone has done statistics, they can count that. That's pretty bad luck for me this time. There I did a little dialogue skip with Bentley. You might have heard that he really just skipped the counting part. And that was done by, I don't know, moving around with the like different trigger areas or something. I don't actually know why that works. It just works. It doesn't work like anywhere else, where I just entered the trigger area, exited it, and then went back, and then Bentley just started counting instantly. That saves quite a bit of time. I don't know why that works. It just works. And it saves time, so that's nice. This room with a lot of water. These are actually like my favorite parts in the speedrun, because this is just one long movement portion where you can do a lot of very nice stuff. You can see I'm doing these little hops here, which are actually called scuff boosts, where I press square right after pressing X, which carries some of the forward momentum from running to jumps. It's pretty nice because when you do a jump, your horizontal speed drops down quite a hefty amount, but doing those scuff jumps preserves that momentum at least a little bit. So it's pretty nice. And the reason why they're called scuff boost is that in Slide 2, we have pretty much the same thing, where you can just press X and square on the same frame, and that preserves your entire speed, horizontal speed. But in this game, that doesn't preserve all of it. It's a little bit scuffed version, so that's we in this Slide community just call it scuff boost, which is pretty funny, but that's how it is. So a little scuff boost here. Ooh, okay.
Really nice of that guard to just stand there and wait for you to push the button and go through.
Yeah, they didn't really care. They just wanted me to get over.
They're like, man, I'm not being paid enough to care.
Yeah. Oh, poor guards. There is another one we're just gonna ignore and just run past. Yeah. Just like that. See, I'm gonna dodge this laser quickly. And here I'm just gonna get to the area, trigger area, to trigger these two cat spawns, and then I'm just gonna run back to the lasers and let them do the work by without me doing anything basically there. So the old way of fighting those cats was pretty annoying. You actually fought them, and they like to dodge your attacks. But then maybe like 3 years ago, a speedrunner named Knuutti came up with that strat of just running back to the lasers. Because most of the time the cats will just hit the lasers themselves and die instantly there. So you can just chill there. Take it easy. And the reason I took damage there on purpose is because I'm just actually gonna die here as lie. Because this saves... What should I lie? Maybe, I think 5 to 10 seconds. Something like that. Because Bentley like triggers some alarms, and then we'll just chat to you about that. But if you die, it just automatically starts this section where the pigeons start coming from the doors. So that little death abuse saves a nice amount of time. But I'm pretty sad about the loot, because that means I'm not gonna get the adrenaline burst gadget, which I really wanted to show off. You can see my coin count is now 360, increasing still a little bit, but I don't. This section where the pigeons come from the doors is gonna last for 1 minute, and that's unfortunately not gonna be enough for me to get enough coins. This is a nice section to get coins from. I can get quite a bit, but not enough, unfortunately. Let's see, this should be the last one. Like that. Yeah. Because this section always lasts for 1 minute, at 1 minute mark you should be killing the last pigeon that is over there. So you can make it pretty optimal by just waiting with the last pigeon and then checking when the timer passes 1 minute, and then try to kill them. This time I wasn't really aware of the timer, so I just did something, but it worked out just fine. Here we exit again back to the PS3 menu, because again Bentley's gonna have a nice slideshow, which we're just gonna ignore. Sorry, Bentley.
While we're waiting for this to load in, I just want to remind everyone why we're here. We're here to support Alice in a mutual aid event. We are so excited and honored to be here to support her fundraising for her gender-affirming surgery. Alice is a variety speedrunner with a love for platformers and horror games and is studying psychology and neuroscience. She has 2 dogs and a gecko, and she loves cooking, painting, anime, and art. She is an amazing human being, and all of your donations, every single dollar, goes to helping her get this surgery, which is so crucial.
We love you, Alice.
We
Okay.
absolutely adore you.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can get... Oh, come on, cat. Stop right there. Here's one pretty big skip in this game. Let's see if I can get this. What the heck is the cat doing? Okay. Attempt number 2. Attempt number 2. Where is the cat? Okay. Okay, this is pretty scuffed, but I think this can work out. Let's see. No, it didn't. Oh, that's unfortunate. This was about a minute and a half. Unfortunately, I had to get the cat stuck there between the chair and the table, but for some reason the cat didn't jump down, even though I wanted them to jump down. But that's fine. That happens. This is marathon run. And luckily I was doing pretty well, so it doesn't matter too much. But this is like the biggest skip. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is the biggest skip in this game. Like when it comes to individual time saves, because this saves around a minute and a half. Because doing that skip causes Murray to fail the job, because Murray's trying to run to the guard that is stuck next to the table, and that way game despawns the guard. Because that's like a softlock prevention mechanic, where the game sees that, okay, the character is stuck somewhere, so they just despawn the guard. But in this job, there's a very specific state going on right now, where Murray can't deal any damage to guards, because Murray's like peaceful and everything, and dealing damage to guard actually fails the first job. And that guard dying or despawning there would cause the game to fail job. And by doing that, it skips this entire cutscene, which is about a minute and a half. But this time we got to hear Murray and Bentley's nice little dialogue. But yeah, the job itself is Murray bouncing here in the Venice, trying to destroy these tar storages that are here marked with the orange plates. This is a pretty fun job, just bouncing around. The way to optimize this is try to bounce on these like little surfaces that are not really giving you like a best kind of bounce. Trying to find the correct words. Oh, sorry, it's 5 a.m. in Finland. I'm still not that much awake. A little bit eepy still. So trying to find words in English is not always the easiest task. Here I'm not trying to get a bounce to... Let's see if I can get this into... Ooh, that was a bad one. Let's see if this is enough. No. The hitboxes for these turrets is a little bit larger than what the circle mark there tells. But they can be pretty punishing as well. And each bounce is like a few seconds. So if you can minimize the amount of bounces, you get to minimize the time used in this job. But that was just fine. There was maybe like 1 or 2 extra bounces. So it's fine. We're gonna lose a little bit of time here because first of all, we didn't get to buy the adrenaline burst, and then we didn't get the cutscene skip, unfortunately. But it's gonna be just fine.
I just want to pop in really quick, say hi to all these raiders that just came in. And we just wanted to let you know that we are here raising money to help with the cost of Alice's gender-affirming surgery in February 2025. The cost of surgery can be super high when you factor in things like the hospital stay, travel, life accommodations that you need while healing from a big procedure. And we have raised an incredible amount of money so far, $5,910, surpassed our initial goal, and we are so immensely grateful. So if you would like to help Alice out further, type !donate in chat. We are $90 away from making Alice fight Ruby blindfolded in the last run of the night. Let's go, chat. I know you can make this happen.
I really want to see the blindfolded Ruby fight, so make sure to donate.
I'm amazed that you're here at 5 a.m. your time. That really just shows how much love you have for Alice and how much dedication you have to the community, and it's just really heartwarming and beautiful to see.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. Even though it's quite early here, but it's very nice to be part of this marathon. Okay, this job is called Turf War, and here we're actually going to get to play as Carmelita. And Carmelita has pretty nice gameplay sections. We get to shoot these Vincenetti guys, as Bentley calls them, which are these Octavius thugs flying in the rocket something. I don't know, those kind of flying choppers of some sort. I don't know what those are called. Well, if we get to play as Carmelita, we have to deal with these guys. And Carmelita has a very, very unique speedrun strat we get to use, which is these called double shots. You can see I'm actually jumping while shooting, and what you're not seeing, I'm actually also pressing square there. That makes me shoot like double shots. Usually Carmelita's gun has a little cooldown every time you shoot with it, but we can cope with that cooldown by doing these double shots, which is very nice. Here I position myself pretty carefully to get ready for this third phase of dogs. That worked out pretty well. Oh, come on. No, pigeon, get out. Get out of the way. Like that. And here, you saw me do this earlier as well, but I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do another death abuse, because this spawns me right at the spot where the last phase is gonna take place at. And by jumping to the water just before the transition starts, actually puts Carmelita through the damage plane of the water, and then when she reaches the actual death plane, which is below the damage plane, she just instantly dies, which is very nice for us because that puts us all the way back where we want to be. So that was another 2 death abuses in this game. So that's already 4 at this point. I don't remember if there's gonna be more of those in this run, but that's at least 4. So very cruel. But yeah, that was Turf War. Very nice job. Pretty quick job as well. But it's a very nice one. Not too much talking and more action, which is cool. You saw that card over there that was carrying a load, clearly mocking me from the earlier, where none of those cards were having any loads. You can see the loads if the back pocket is shining, so that tells there is a treasure in their pockets.
They're definitely taunting you now.
Yeah. I bet every guard from this point onwards has a load. That's just how the game works.
Massive amounts of money when you don't need it.
Yeah, exactly. Here we're getting a nice power-up, a Venice disguise, which is what it is. It's a disguise where we can actually trick these Venice cards. We're gonna put the password and they will think we're one of the dogs. Very nice. And what the disguise, it also has very unique strat in the speedrun. A nice kind of movement tech we will utilize later in this run in the next job. We'll get back to that later. But yeah, in this game we get actually 3 total disguises. 1 here in Venice, then later on in China we get 1 disguise, and then also in the 5th episode we get a pirate costume. So that was one of the first. That was the first costume we got.
You know, it makes sense
job,
that he's disguised as a dog, because I regularly look at raccoons and go, well, that's a weird looking dog.
That's true actually. They have some same characteristics. I see that. But in this job, Gardery, there's 3 of these coffee houses we are gonna go through, and each of those have a piece of blueprint for the tar pump Octavio has, and Bentley really wants to destroy that in the ground operation. But before that, we need to actually get the blueprints so Bentley knows how to destroy that. And each of those coffee houses has those behind a safe guarded with painting. And those paintings do have actually the code that you need to put. And fortunately, it's the same every time. So I have memorized the codes. I could also have noted them down because I've played this episode like, I don't know, at least 200 times. I remember what those codes are. So for example, the next one is going to be 968. But those were actually pretty fun to play as a child, trying to find the codes in the paintings. But unfortunately, we're gonna just skip that because it's gonna be slow. Sorry for that. So let's get to the second coffee house now. Each of these coffee houses are a little bit different. The first one introduced some floor lasers, and this introduces spotlights. So it's also like somehow teaching us some mechanics in the game, because those floor lasers and spotlights are gonna be also later in the game introduced somewhere else. So this, in a way, this is also like a tutorial for those. But yeah, there we go. We got the second blueprint, and we are ready to go. The last one. It's a very nice job. Sly goes around the places, tricks the cars, Bentley goes in, opens the safes, and that's how we get past this job. Apparently during this cutscene, Sly is really hungry, wants to get some pasta, which makes sense. We're in Italy, so yeah, who wouldn't? But Bentley really isn't taking that. He just wants the job to get done. But promises Sly that we're gonna eat later, though.
Being hungry for pasta in Italy? Impossible.
No way. Here is another of those spots where I'm using the smoke bomb gadget we equipped earlier. It's pretty. And if you want to just get past the guard, there's also a mechanic called guard spawn manipulation I could have used. And basically in that, if I wanted to, I could have just turned my camera all the way around and then just basically run backwards to this next place. And that would have made sure there was no guard spawning on my way. But because I had the smoke bomb, it's just handy to just do 2 buffs there and just get past the guards. Okay, this third coffee was a little bit trickier. The guard guarding this place, Tony B, is not trusting us too much. He wants us to know what is his nickname. So we're now just gonna go around, ask a few guards if they know that. This first one doesn't know anything. Unfortunately, let's find another one. It's always 2 guards it takes to get the nickname. Here we got the second guard, a nice pigeon spawn. And this guy knows what to do. Tony the Killer Bear. Very cool nickname. Nice. This section used to be a little bit of a mess because you had to find the guards and they could spawn like, I don't know, randomly somewhere. But nowadays we use pretty consistent strat by controlling the camera and first getting the guard on top of the coffee house. And then usually if you've done everything correctly, you should have that pigeon or flashlight guard below, ready to be interviewed. But I remember when I first started running this game, I didn't know the strat, so I was just running around here in the area trying to find the guards, and typically they were just in very weird places. But that strat makes it very nice to do this section. But yeah, Tony B, he was very happy that we took his place here, and Bentley can now get in the coffee house and break into the last painting. There's some floor lasers and spotlights, but we can dodge those somewhat easily. And the code for the last one is 113. There we go, last blueprint, very nice. Oh no, there is some kind of alarm, we have to get out quickly. Like that, dodge the lasers. Those can also be a bit tricky if you don't know the cycle and don't know your pace. You might end up in a situation where you really have to dodge those and go out of your way. But if you just do the movement always the same time, it's pretty easy to get through that section. This here would be a great showcase for the adrenaline burst gadget, but because I still don't have 400 coins, because the guards were so mean to me earlier here, I don't have the gadget, so we're just gonna go and roll the ordinary way, get back to the safe house.
It just means slightly more time for people to get their donations in.
That is true. Great point. Okay, there's still 2 more jobs in this episode. One ordinary job, which is this one random bomb, what we're getting at the moment. And then after this, we are ready for the Grande Operationen, Operation Tarbigon. But first, we need to deliver some, I don't know, bombs to destroy some of the advertisement for Octavio's great concert, where he has planned to destroy buildings or something. And we want to make sure no people in Venice will find out that's gonna take place. So we want to get rid of those balloons you could see there in the background when the perspective was put in the slide. And then the big sign next to Police HQ. We want to destroy those. So Ben will put a bomb on our back and sets the fuse already. Like, we now have a timer. I don't know why we just couldn't get to the place, and then Bentley could have lit the fuse, and Sly would not have to be run for his life. But I don't know, that's game logic. I'm not questioning that or anything. Nobody Sli's in one piece still, so I guess it's fine.
Well, Sly can't be trusted with matches since the incident.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and Bentley wants to just sit there nice and comfy in the shop. So I will do all the job, no worries. So that first one was pretty close. The second one is a little bit farther away. It's like closer to Police HQ, so we have to run there a little bit of distance. Luckily, the timer is also pretty generous there. If I was doing a full game, so playing the entire game in one sitting, I will try to loot a guard during this section now, because the timer is actually so generous. I actually have time. Okay, that guard, we didn't have a loot, so I would not have done that. But you saw there in the timer there was still plenty of left, and I could have just went out of my way and loot one guard and be still fine. But now, after this cutscene, I get to showcase the disguise jump, which we'll use the disguise we acquired earlier. Let's see, like this, and we're gonna do it again just in a moment. First, I'm gonna drop down here in the water, and like that, another disguise jump. So what the disguise jump actually does is it returns Sly's altitude back where it remained the last time Sly was grounded or was in the thief move spot earlier. How to do that is you press triangle midair and then mash the disguise button, which in my case is L2 on the controller, and press jump. And that gives you a nice little jump that returns Sly to his previous altitude. And it's very useful in the speedruns. As you saw there, I just completely did that entire tower climbing section in, I don't know, less than, maybe 15 seconds. I want to say it like that. So it's very useful technique, and it's used quite a bit in the speedrun. Let's see, here's another cutscene skip. Let's see if I can actually do this one. Hello. Hello, pigeon. Like this. And Slice dead. And we don't have to watch the cutscene. Very nice. Very nice. How to do that is a very simple way to skip that cutscene. Is just to get killed by pigeon or the get guard and get Sly thrown to the cutscene trigger, and I will do the rest. So before entering the cutscene area, I purposely took some damage, so I was one hit away from death. And then I just got the pigeon to be in a nice spot to put me into the cutscene trigger. That saves. I'm so bad with the numbers with these games, but I'm gonna say at least something like a minute. 15 seconds to a minute. I think that's a good estimate. It's actually pretty funny that I've been speedrunning this game for over 3 years, and I'm still pretty bad with the remembering how much each of these cutscenes skip saves time. I remember some of those, but for the most part, I'm just guessing it's like a minute, 30 seconds, something like that. I think it's fine. As long as I get the skips, it's fine. But that was it for Run and Bomb. We just chased Octavio. We got Bentley back. Everything is now ready for the operation. And we're going to do one last quit to PS3 menu over here. But yeah, the operation is the lengthiest job in this episode. It's in speedruns, my best segment is here, like 12 minutes and 30 seconds. So there's still like 30-ish, not 30, sorry, 13-ish minutes left of this run, hopefully, unless I do something very terrible. I don't think that's gonna happen, no worries. Unless the last boss fight can give some trouble sometimes. Not that much these days anymore with the practice I've had, but it can be mean sometimes, especially if you're a beginner in this game. But I think I'll do just fine, no worries. So here I'm just mashing X to select Sly as fast as possible, like that. And we're off to the operation. Yeah, let me actually punch this car like that. Nice. And then tactical smoke bomb. See, there is a guard. Just get hit, I guess. That didn't work out just like I planned, but I guess it's fine. We're here. Dealing with the guards is sometimes a bit tricky in these games, like it's common thing in Slide 2, Slide 3, and Slide 4. Sometimes guards don't really behave as you would want to. They can give you a little bit of trouble. But yeah, the Bentley's plan for this great operation, we didn't hear that because we just skipped the great presentation by Bentley. But the plan is just to go destroy the tar pumps inside Octavio's headquarters, which is this great opera house. This password. I failed. But with the power smoke bomb, I'm gonna do this. And no worries. I get to try again. If I didn't have smoke bomb, I had to like go other way around of the bridge and lose time. But this worked out just fine. Smoke bomb is pretty handy. You only lose like I don't know, maybe 10 seconds if you miss the password. But yeah, back to the plan. So Bentley wants to destroy the tar pumps here in Opera House, which we're actually getting right now. So there's no more pumping tar underneath the buildings. And then Bentley planned to challenge Octavio in opera singing duel, or just wanted to join Octavio in a duet, something. But we will get to enjoy some nice singing with Bentley and Octavio later. It's coming, yeah. And then something, we win and get out. And we win Murray as well. Because in the first job, Murray, I don't know, sort of promised that if we solve the tar problems here in Venice, he can possibly return to the gang. So that's why we are doing all this. 3. Here I took a few steps to the right, optimizes a little bit, because Sly doesn't have to walk that much there. A few frames optimizations, but because this is a very long game, especially if you're doing it entirely, those small optimizations really add up and seconds become minutes, etc. Full game run in Sly 3. It's the longest out of the series, longest individual game. The world record at the moment is 5 hours and 50 minutes by me, so it's barely under 6 hours. On contrast to other Sly games, well, Sly 1 is a very short game. It's like half an hour. Sly 2 a bit under 5 hours, and then Sly 4 is like, Sly 4 is like 4.5 hours. So Sly 3 is quite a bit longer than the other games. But it's a pretty chill in a way, has some nice movement, nice skips. So yeah, I played the full game quite a bit. It was actually like the first main speedrun in my entire speedrun career, and why didn't break more? Okay, didn't know. Nice. But yeah, basically how I actually personally started speedrunning is just I wanted to see how fast I could complete this particular game in like one sitting. So I tried that without really that much knowledge of any speedrun stuff. I did it in like 3 segments, got time of under 9 hours. Then I started doing that again and again, and now I've been playing this game competitively for like over 3 years. So it's been a nice journey. Got to know a lot of people from the community, a lot of new friends. So yeah, the point of the story, do speedrunning, you will have fun. Especially if you're trying out your childhood games, I would recommend like at least trying out beating those as fast as possible. It can give you some nice joy to you. It's a nice hobby. Yeah, I recommend it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for showing us this incredible game. Lots of fun nostalgia.
Thank you. It's been an honor for me, and there's still a little bit left. Let's say I'm gonna say 6 to 7 minutes, and my big part of that is now this following opera section where we get to enjoy the beautiful opera. At least for Octavio's part, about Bentley, I don't know. We'll see. So this pretty similar if you're familiar with Sly 2 and the dancing portions where you have to match the buttons on screen and memorize them. It's pretty much the same, but this time we're singing. And for some odd reason, in these sections where you have to press X multiple times, the game doesn't really care how many times you press it, so you can make some funny noises by just mashing the X button. Which is, because it's a pretty lengthy section, an auto-scroller section, we can't really speed it up. Sometimes it's nice to get some joy out of it and just spam X a few times just for the laughs and giggles. Yeah, as you can hear, Bentley has a nice singing voice. I love it. Absolutely adore it. There are some fast X's again. I'm not quite sure how long this is. This is like, I think maybe 2 minutes, something like that. And the point of this is, so you can see Sly there running on top of this nice element here. And the plan of Bentley is to drop down it's not a chandelier, no, it's I don't know, this obstacle that is on Octavio right now. And the plan is to drop that on Octavio and get a sort of detonator from him, so he can't anymore sink any of the buildings. But we'll see if that works out. These are the last notes. and Bentley will end this with a nice law. Thank you. Can I get some laws in the chat? And oh no, it's Carolina. Destroyed our great operation. What's happening? Oh no, Octave is running away. This is a disaster. Oh man. Good thing Bentley took our nice police boat there, right next to us. So we can start chasing Octavio. But yeah, the plan is now ruined. Octavio didn't die there because of that. But Carmita got in our way. But no worries, we're in Octavio's tail still. Let's see what happens. So yeah, this is pretty similar section as in earlier in this run, this canal chasing section. And let's see how I can do this. Again, the gun has the overheating issues, so I can't hold all the time. So I'm gonna switch to mashing every time it like reaches the highest point. Got to focus a little bit, try to not take too much damage. I'm damage boosting through some of the obstacles here just to deal as much damage to Octavio as possible. And it was okay-ish. Not too bad. Octavio's now, his boat is now damaged, and we'll see what happens. It's not going too well. It's gonna crash. Oh man. Oh whoa, there's Murray. What is this? Interesting. There's, by the way, you can see the blue sparks on screen. That's, I don't know, some bug Sucker Punch forgot in this game. Like after this, all the opera stage is destroyed. There used to be the ropes you could walk on, run on, and actually the interactable part where you latch to the rope, that was actually left there, even though the entire stage is gone. So it's a pretty nice, pretty cool glitch that is still in the released game. So you can just go latch there normally as Sly and walk in like on air, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it looks like we provoked, I mean Murray provoked Octavio a little bit, so he decided to just, for the laughs, just sunk a building. Not too fun, Bentley didn't like that. And let's see if Murray will join us. Sly's really trying to convince Murray to get back and beat Octavio.
Murray! Help!
Come on, Murray, come on.
Murray has chosen violence.
Yes, yes. No more peace. Okay, now pretty much the last section of the episode, the Octavio fight with Murray. This can be pretty finicky sometimes. Let's see how I can deal with this. This fight consists of two phases. First here at the opera stage, and the second one is close to the police HQ. Here I'm just trying to alter thunder flops and then regular punching. I got that in one tower phase, which is what we want to get, so that's pretty nice. So basically each time there is tar for a certain amount of time. I don't remember how long, and after that Sly has to go to another tar switch or something, and we can only deal damage to Octavio if he's in tar. So if I can get this second one in one tar cycle, that's gonna be very nice. But if not, that's gonna, I don't know, lose like 10 seconds or something. But yeah, so the time is gonna be after the last hit on Octavio. I will shout it out loud. Don't worry, but it can sometimes be hard to predict when the last hit is gonna be dealt, because the damage is from thunder flaps is not always consistent. This looks pretty bad for the one phase, unfortunately. Yeah, let's see if I can get one more. Ooh, not quite. Yeah, there was a little bit of damage left. I should have dealt. Let's see, second phase. Okay, maybe let's see one more time. There we go.
GG.
Thank you. 59 minutes. Not too bad. It was underestimate, and we made it. Oh, it was nice. Thank you. Thank you
Incredible.
for watching me. Was cool. Cool to be here around. Ooh. Nice. My heart rate is a bit up still. That last fight gave me some shivers, but I made it. Let's go.
Wonderful. Knuutti, where can people find you?
You can find me from Twitch, Knuutti _. I stream there occasionally. These Sly Cooper speedruns. Usually Sly 3, sometimes Sly 1. I like to change a little bit, but you can find me on Twitch, and also you can find me on YouTube as well with the nickname Knuutti. So I hope to see you there. It was very nice to be present in this marathon. Thank you, Babs, for hosting.
Thank you so much for that absolutely incredible run, Knuutti. I feel really bad because I know the pronunciation, but the finish is just not, my tongue is not doing it.
It's tough. Like, a lot of people struggle that are non-Finns with my name, and I've heard a lot of different pronunciation, and I'm fine with that. As long as people recognize me, it's fine. Thank you. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Absolutely incredible chat. Let's give it up for Knuutti. So, you all know that we're here raising money to help with the costs of Alice's gender-affirming surgery in February 2025. But this is a speedrunning event for mutual aid. This is an incredible opportunity for us to come together as a community to help out one of our own, someone who is absolutely an incredible human being. We've met nearly all of our goals for this marathon. We're just $90 off of making Alice fight blindfolded Ruby a little bit later. But we are incredibly grateful for your generosity, your presence in chat, everything that you've been doing throughout this marathon. If you would like to keep the charity going, you can type !donate in chat. Get those donations in. Let's make Alice fight Ruby blindfolded. After you get your donation in, of course. Get a stretch break in, get some hydration in you. Check your posture. Are you shrimping? Pull your shoulders back. I believe in you, chat. Get that posture right. But we're going to take a wee bit of a breather here before we hit up Sly 2 Band of Thieves. And it's going to be, again, a run of episode 1, any percent. I'm so excited to be traveling back through time to the first Sly Cooper, which will be happening after that Sly 2 run. Our own wonderful Alice at Wonderland games will be running Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus as our finale. Such a fun run. You're going to want to stick around for both of these runs. So chat, how are we feeling? Are we feeling energized? We feeling good? We feeling hydrated? Make sure you're hydrating. Massive Lad Gaming has specifically wanted us to hydrate here. So do get a slurp in. Get a slurp, get a stretch, get a breathe in. All